Hey y'all, it's Natalie for Not Just for Boys Kit Club today, and I'm still scrapping Christmas over here. I have these really cool blue tinged photos that my kids got with Santa, and I was like, well, what better collection or kit to use than the 'Tis the Season kit, because it has so many cool blues. So I picked the Echo Park Snowed In Weather paper, which is this navy blue with white dots. And I'm going to use this cardstock cut called Santa Claus. And I'm going to dry emboss this sky blue cardstock paper. It's from the Cardstock kit. The Deep Colors, I think is what it's called. But I just am spritzing both sides of my cardstock, and then I run it through my Sizzix with this embossing folder, and it's like birch trees. And so I thought that would give a nice texture instead of just plain cardstock. So I'm going to use that sky blue paper to back the part that says Santa Claus, and then fill in the rest of the cut file with appropriate colors for Santa and whatnot. So this is probably the part that took me the longest. I won't make you watch it, but I did use like a X-Acto knife or whatever to cut out the in-between pieces. And there we have it. I'm just going to add in some leaves, and then I had a piece of cardstock that I had previously heat embossed with some Wow embossing powder that's like some white glitter kind, and so I thought that would be perfect for Santa's beard. So I go grab that. And then for the berries and his nose, I plan to just use a little red sequin from my stash. So yeah, again, this was the most time consuming part, but it was done. And also, if you do not have a cutting machine, if you haven't invested in a Cricut or a Silhouette, these are so fabulous because they come to you already cut. So Not Just for Boys Kit Club offers the pre-cut cut files in their store, which is, I know I see a lot of people asking for those a lot of times in the forums and things. So they have those there. Definitely check them out. So there it is, and it's super cute. I'm loving it. And so now I'm just going to try to figure out the orientation, because I have one 3x4 and two 2x3s, and they're all in portrait orientation. So I'm trying to figure out like the best way to make them look on the page. And I could have gone a few different ways, to be honest with you. But I remembered that we had these awesome crepe paper frames in the kit. And so I ended up pulling out one of those frames to frame the larger of the two photos. And you'll see that here in a moment. We went to an event called Enchanted. It was at our minor league baseball stadium here in Nashville, and it was kind of affiliated with Hallmark, I think. Anyway, they do like a maze of Christmas lights down in the field, and it was super cool. And the kids get a passport, and they run through and they find all the reindeer and stamp their passport. It was super cute. So that is where we saw Santa. His photos were, I think, $39 for one photo. Sorry, Santa. I'm just going to go with the ones I got on my phone, but thanks. Although it was a really cute one because it was all four of us. But anyway, we were like, no thanks. I'm sure there are photos that are worth that. Actually, my parents went to another Christmas event around town, and they said that one photo with Santa was $50, and you could not snap your own with your photo or with your camera. So, ooh, it's rough out there, right? I just used some heavy gesso to use my finger to create like a really nice cloudy base for the photos and the cut file. That way it is just, lightens up the page a little bit because it is such a dark page, but it also kind of looks like snow. And then I'm going to take this Nuvo, I think it's called Glacier Paste. It's like a glittery texture paste. And I'm just going to water it down, and I'm going to sprinkle it all over the white section, and it will give a really nice shimmer or shine to the page. It's a little bit hard to tell in the final photos, but here when it dries in a moment, I will hold it up to the camera and let you see. And this is a little trick I learned from the great Missy Wooden. She's taught me everything I know. And yeah, I love the way that looks. I'm really glad, I pretty much don't want to create a page ever that doesn't have sparkle, but definitely not a Christmas page. So I definitely had to add that sparkle there. So I'm just going to stick that frame down onto the photo, and it fits so perfectly, and I love it. And I also like that it's the white, and it kind of really matches the Santa, and it gives another really bright pop up against that dark background. So I'm going to tuck in these two little photos, and then I will just add a few embellishments with the Pretty Little Studio 'Tis the Season ephemera pack and this cut apart sheet So I like the pops of red that I have going on. So I'm going to add a couple of those more around the page. And so in one of the photos, my little guy Lachlan is pointing at his brother because Santa must have said like, who's naughty or something. So he's totally like accusing him. So that's going to be one of the embellishment clusters. It's going to be a tag and it's going to say family traditions, and then it's going to say accusing your brother or something like that. But it is after Christmas now, and neither one got lumps of coal. So somewhere along the line, they must have been nice. I don't know. So make sure when you have gesso in your background, you are using a lot of adhesive, because things don't typically love to stick to gesso. So I am doing that, sticking all that down, and then layering things on top of it even more to make sure it does not come off. I also like to just make sure that all of my elements and my photos kind of touch one another a little bit, just because I feel like that brings a nice cohesion to the page, and it goes with my kind of rustic and a little bit haphazard or distressed look that I tend to go for on my pages. So I'm using a black gel pen to fill out that little tab that says accusing your brother or something like that, and pairing it up with a nice bright red, and then another Santa down there at the bottom. And also in the 'Tis the Season kit, we got these adorable little candy canes. Look how cute they are. So I chose an odd number. I picked 3. No, I picked 5. I picked 5. And I'm just going to sprinkle them around the page in the embellishment clusters to bring a little bit more of that pop of red in. Excuse me. So I was running out of red and blue embellishments, but I picked a fa la la just at the top, just to, I don't know, super fun. We were festive that night. We were having a good time over at Enchanted. And I'm going to use my new jewel picker that I got for Christmas to pick up a few red sequins and place them in the cut file little circles. And I think we're going to call it done. I'm on the blog today. I'll link down below to that, as well as the store, so you can go pick up your own 'Tis the Season kit. It looks like there are still a few in stock, and they are on sale. And in just a couple days, they will reveal the new January kits, and they are amazing, and I can't wait to start creating with them and show you what I make. They're super fun. Thanks for watching, and let me know if you have any questions. Bye, y'all.